Do you have a cruise question? Maybe I have the answer. Have you ever wondered how much alcohol you could take on a cruise ship? Or did you ever wonder if you could wear shorts at night on a cruise? Then this is the perfect video for you. Whether you're a first-time cruiser or someone who just loves a good cruising hack, there should be something here for everyone. Many people want to know the real cost of cruising, but you know that it can vary quite a bit depending on where you're going, how long you're going for, and the type of cabin that you're in, which cruise line you're on, and what is included. So let's take a look at some of the answers by examining a website that demonstrates it perfectly, Vacations to Go. You can see here that cruises really range. Let's see, from $50 per person per day to $1,500 per person per day. There are budget lines like Carnival and luxury lines like Explora Journeys that cost more. Budget cruises usually don't include more than the basics, whereas luxury cruises could include everything, maybe even a shore excursion or two as well. How much does it cost to live on a cruise ship for a year? Again, this could vary so wildly. Some thrifty full-time cruisers do it for $35,000 a year, where they're happy to spend their time in an interior cabin in the Caribbean, and others spend well over $100,000 a year exploring the world, doing a few amazing excursions and living it up. If you're interested in how much Kirk and I have spent on cruising, I will link a previous video for you where we go over all of the costs and the total amount. What's included in a cruise package? Your fare covers your cabin, food at most dining venues, onboard shows, pools, and basic entertainment. Some packages include Wi-Fi, drinks, and gratuities, so you really need to check what's bundled when you book your cruise. Those additions could also have varying degrees too, like basic Wi-Fi versus the high speed available, or drinks under $10 versus top shelf drinks. How much money should I bring? Well, this depends on your habits. In my opinion, I think that $50 to $100 per port is plenty enough. If you plan to shop or have a drink or do an excursion, just budget accordingly. And don't forget tips and souvenirs or those irresistible once-in-a-lifetime kind of stops or moments. In the beginning of your cruise, you may want to have a few extra dollars to tip your porter, or maybe have some cash on you for your ride to the cruise terminal, or even go for lunch so that you can go on board and completely avoid the lines. What is a sea day, and what do you do on one? Sea days are when you're not in port, and they're amazing. So think trivia, spa time, naps by the pool, dance classes, bingo, or just endless food. It's like a floating resort day, and I love sea days. Let's move on to questions about your cabin. Is there a hairdryer in the cabin? Yes, every cabin has one. It might be in a drawer or mounted on a wall, and if you can't find it, don't panic. Just ask your room steward. Is there a coffee maker or a refrigerator in the cabin? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. It depends on the cruise line and the ship. Holland America Zaandam, for instance, didn't have a fridge, but they do offer one for an additional daily fee. If you need a fridge for medical reasons, be sure to request one early. What's that weird drawstring line in the shower? Well, that's your very own clothesline. Pull it across the shower to dry your bathing suit or do some light laundry. Mystery solved. Is there laundry on the cruise ship? That varies as well. Some ships have no laundry at all. Some offer per item service. Others let you fill a bag for a flat fee. Do-it-yourself laundry rooms exist too. Sometimes they're free and sometimes they're coin operated. Check your ship's amenities in advance. How many electrical outlets are in a cabin and bathroom? Newer ships usually have 2 to 4 outlets and USB ports, and they're often by the bed or the desk. And older ships, well, maybe just 1 outlet and no USBs. I would like to direct you to one of our playlists about ship cabins that we've stayed in. We have several videos where you can see the layout of these cabins and the type of plugs in the stateroom. I'll link the description below for you. What about the dress code? Some go all out with tuxedos and gowns, while others keep it simple with a dress shirt or a blouse and slacks. It's mostly main dining room and specialty restaurants, and there's always casual dining for the shorts and t-shirt crowd. Some lines will also have themed dress parties too, like it could be white night or 80s night, 90s night, black and gold night. It could be a masquerade party, orange party, pajama party. I would strongly suggest for you to look at the itinerary and to see what's expected, as it's really part of the fun and you don't want to miss out. Let me post a video here about the orange party on Holland America so you can see what I'm talking about. Can I wear shorts at night? Yes, but not everywhere. Shorts are fine for buffets and casual spots, but for the main dining room, that's usually a no-no. Can I wear flip-flops or sandals to dinner? Again, yes, but check where you're going. Fancy flip-flops? Sure, but maybe not. If in doubt, go with a closed-toe option for gentlemen and evening sandals for ladies. Now, what about some of that cruise lingo? What does forward, aft, port, and starboard mean? Forward means front of the ship. Aft, back of the ship. Port, left when facing forward, and starboard, right when facing forward. So tip, the port and the left both have 4 letters. And then that means like this, the letter L. What are other cruise terms that you should know? A cabin is your room. MDR, main dining room. Galley, ship's kitchen. Dock, where the ship parks. Veranda, balcony cabin. Also, some ships have directional signs or even patterns in their flooring, so you can see, for example, fish swimming in the direction of forward. So follow the fish if you're lost. Speaking of lost, some cruise lines also display which day of the week it is right in the elevator. I must say, most of the time on a ship, I personally never even know what day it is. Will I get seasick? Maybe, but you can prep for that. Bring Dramamine or ginger candies or motion sickness bands. Ginger ale, green apples, or a walk on deck could also help. And check out our Cruise Essentials video for a packing list for those kind of items. What happens if I have a medical emergency? Well, ships have doctors and nurses with a mini ER on board. But for serious issues, you may be taken to a hospital in the next port or even airlifted off. So therefore, travel insurance is a must. It covers the bills, hotel stays, and flights home. Do we have to tip? Well, it's strongly encouraged, and most cruise lines auto-charge a daily gratuity to your account. You can adjust it, but remember, the crew does rely on tips. Do you want to go above and beyond? Well, tip someone directly with cash. When should we tip? Anytime. Some tip early to encourage good service, and others wait until the end. And spot great service mid-cruise? Well, a cruise thank you never goes unappreciated. Who do we tip? Well, we could tip housekeeping staff, dining room staff, bartenders, and that amazing staff member who remembers your name and your drink order. If gratuities are included in your fare, tipping extra is totally up to you. Can I take alcohol on board? This depends on the cruise line. Some allow a bottle or two of wine, and others confiscate everything and return it to you at the end of the cruise. Unless you're on New Amsterdam, where ours just disappeared. Can I bring wine? Usually, yes, and up to 2 bottles per stateroom. No corkage fee if you drink it in your room, but if you bring it to dinner, then you could expect an additional charge. How much is the beverage package? Standard packages average $65 a day. Premium ones are closer to $90 a day. Some lines cap you at 15 drinks per day. Always check the fine print because it does change constantly and each cruise line is pretty much different from one another. What can I do in port? From hiking to shopping to scuba diving, there's something for everyone. We love exploring ports independently too. So check out our playlists from places that we've been like Lima or New Plymouth, New Zealand or Hilo, Hawaii for inspiration. What happens if I'm late getting back to the ship? Well, if you've booked through the cruise line, they'll wait. If not, run fast or you might become a pure runner. To be safe, buy excursions through the cruise line or a third party with return guarantees. Dining. What's included and what's extra? The main dining room, buffet, and casual eateries like pizza or burgers are generally included, and specialty dining costs extra unless it's part of a promo or perk, like those included with Neptune suites on Holland America. Is there a charge for shows? Usually no, but some events might include cocktails or cupcakes and come with a fee, like on Cunard's Queen Anne. Always check the daily program or cruise app. What other extras might I pay for? Activities like go-kart tracks, surf simulators, or certain water slides might cost a little extra. Spa treatments and some fitness classes also charge extra. So when in doubt, ask at guest services. Do I need a passport to cruise? Well, it all depends. U.S. round trips sometimes accept a birth certificate and a piece of government ID, but I would strongly suggest a passport. I think that it is the safest, especially if you need to fly home unexpectedly. What if my luggage is lost? Report that immediately. Airlines can forward your bags to the next port. Fly in early to avoid panic shopping. Travel insurance can cover the cost of essentials while your bag plays hide and seek. Can I carry on my own luggage? Maybe. It depends on the terminal's X-ray machines. So also note that your cabin might not even be ready yet, so be prepared to lug your suitcase around for a while if you decide to do it that way. And what's the muster drill? It's a safety demo you must attend before the ship leaves. These days, most are done via video, which means you can watch it in your cabin or directly on the app. Then check in with your muster station. It's super easy. And that's a wrap. Did I answer your burning question? If not, please drop your comments and your question in the comments and I'll address it for you. Now, if you could please subscribe, or if you haven't done so, please don't forget to check out those links that I had told you about in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.